Today was a complete fuckery for me. Absolutely abysmal. I went on a gambling spree from 9:36 all the way through till 10:18. Now, going into the morning, I needed $150 to pass 2 combines. And I got there eventually after 9 trades. So let's get into how I took all of these trades, because it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Look at that. I knew from the second down here, it was all or nothing. I didn't give a shit about losing the accounts because I'd already done enough to prove that I didn't deserve them. And maybe that's not the right attitude to see it from, but bro, I'd already done so much bad stuff that I shouldn't have done in the markets today by this point that I was like, screw it. And just before I get into my daily bias, like obviously this is a video most people would click off of because I'm trying to kind of give my perspective on stuff when I literally was just gambling the whole day, and it's like, come on, man. But anyway, yeah, bad day today, man. Bad day today, but 53k. All of these trades were taken today, all the way from there to there. Horrific, but it is what it is, man. Shit's happened and I'm making use of the time before these accounts get activated. So yeah, today I had the complete wrong bias, and it was because I was part of the manipulation. I was part of the fuel for price to continue lower. How was I part of the manipulation? I went in with a bias that we were going to be bullish up to this daily for value gap, here, and previous week's high, and 0.79 of the range. The highest premium of OTE was sitting here, was sitting right there. Previous week's high, daily for value gap, all within 11 points of each other. Now, let's take away the 11 points part because it doesn't really matter. They're just stacked up in the same place. And yeah, let's just think about how I messed up so bad today. Now, I'm annoyed about a few things that happened today, whether it be me missing 2 setups that I could have easily taken and would take any day of the week. I can get annoyed about the fact that I was bullish on the one day that we were bearish. If you guys have watched my videos, you would understand that I fucking love shorts. I love them. I would die for shorts, man. 80% of my shorts hit TP, like. Yeah, no ego involved in that at all. I love shorts, and the majority of my shorts work when they do in it. But today, bias was wrong. So here is why I was wrong. Previous 2 weeks ago, we were bullish from the start till the end. Monday put in the low of week, Friday put in the high of week. Last week, we were bullish all week. Monday put in the low of week, Friday put in the high of week. What does that tell me? We're just in a bullish trend. We're in a bullish trend. We can see this big fat ass 4 hour for value gap here. We just disintegrated through it. We have another 4 hour for value gap here. We disintegrated through it. We've got bearish, we got more for value gaps here. We're respecting them. More for value gaps here. We're respecting them. Like, you get the gist. We are respecting bullish structure. Now, you might say, Herbie, if we are in an inflicted area where we've got sell side resting below and buy side resting above, why would you not wait? I didn't wait because I already understood that I had the predetermined bias in mind, and that's the exact reason why I messed up so bad. Usually, I can identify this, especially on low time frames. Maybe it doesn't help that we're analyzing off of the 4 hour and the daily time frame, especially from here, but it was like, come on, man. No matter how many lows we're going to take, there's always going to be another low to take. And I'm not saying like as soon as we take this low, there's a bunch more lows back here. I'm saying the fact that if we take this low, buy side's still resting. If we take that low, buy side's still resting. And we have no high time frame bearish model. We have none. We have none. On the 4-hour fair value gap, we've got one fair value gap here. And you might be like, oh, why didn't you just see that price was just going to go straight through it? Like, shut up, mate. Shut up. I did what I did because I've had my hours on the markets. I understand price action pretty well. Pretty well. I haven't perfected it. No one's perfected it. But boy, I understood we have been incinerating bearish structure. So why wouldn't we continue on the top? And it just gets to the point. We're at OTE of the range. This is a bit of a rant, but like this is my bias at the end of the day. Or this is my reflection on how the day went. We were in OTE of the range this whole time. This was a great place for us to have a reversal and just trap all of the buyers in. So yeah, man, I was part of the fuel at the start of the day. We have S&T here, S&T there, S&T there. And yeah, we took the weekly high that we were aiming for the past 2 weeks. Why would we not have a high time frame rejection from here? Why wouldn't we? That is exactly what we've had. We've trapped in all of the buyers who think price is going to take out, this high and previous week's high. And yeah, man, I entered in once here, stopped out obviously. I entered in again here, stopped out obviously. For those trades, I lost $106 and $118. Minor losses. I learned from my past mistakes. In my past mistakes, I would have just full ported this shit with 20 micros, but I didn't. I stayed grounded. I went in with like 3 or 4 micros. I lost $220 off of 2 trades. That's what risk management looks like. Like regardless of if I'm wrong or not, I wasn't relying on winning the trade. I had the option of losing it and still being in an all-right position. So then setup number 1 that I miss comes along. Now, I kind of got deja vu from this because this literally happened the other day. Price inverses the 1 minute for value gap. Price then spikes to the upside. Whether it broke through this high or not, it didn't matter. Price stopped out every single person who went in here. So look, this is a key concept to learn. It is seek and destroy. Every single person who has entered in this range, anywhere from this candle high all the way down to, say, like that box. Anyone who's entered in this white box, yeah, their initial TP might be Asia low. So if their TP is Asia low, they have got a break-even point in mind. Now, bear in mind, everything pointed for us to go lower today. We had equal lows here. Well, we had relative equal lows here. Let's call that relative equal lows. Relative equal lows. We've got 930 low here, and then we've got 2 1-minute lows here if you're trading down there. Now, every single person who's entering in this white box here, as soon as this 930 low gets broken, they're all moving their stop loss to break even. They're reducing risk. What happens? They all get swept out. Now here is where I went wrong. I wasn't looking at my MacBook. I don't have NQ on this side of the screen and ES on that side of the screen. I probably should do, and that's what I have on TradingView, but unfortunately Top Step are bitches and they can't flipping just trade on TradingView, but is what it is, man. You got to make use of what you got. So price ends up coming and sweeping out this high on ES. That creates an S&T. Bro, we've inversed 1 minute structure. We've manipulated all of the buyers into the market. We have stopped out all of the sellers here, and we're holding selling prices with relative equal lows, Asia low, and on top of that, we've got a flipping bunch of hourly lows resting. We've got an hourly low here, 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 and here. How much simpler can it be? How much simpler can it be? It was simple as. I just didn't pay attention to the cues, and I was attached way too much to my environment. I was attached to seeing a profit. Price comes up here on NQ, doesn't sweep out the high. creates an SMT. Price then comes up here and sweeps out this high on ES. NQ obviously doesn't. We got another internal SMT. We've now got, let's go on the 15 second. Ultimate trade here, boys. Ultimate trade here that I didn't capitalize on. We can see we're trending to the downside. We can see that we have relative equal lows here, an opening gap range, Asia low, relative equal lows here, relative equal lows there. Why would you not enter that? Boy, I was unconfident. I can blame it on the fact that I didn't see these SMTs, but at the end of the day, I wasn't confident. The market didn't make me not press the button. I did. And that is my fault. I would take this trade 9.5 out of 10 times. This was that 0.5 chance that I didn't take it. And it was because I was attached to the money and I was uninformed. I wasn't focused on these SMTs in place because I was focused on the money. So cool. Setup number 1 is gone. It is in thin air right now. Setup number 2 comes out. We can see that price has broken structure to the downside and we have still got all of these hourly lows resting. Don't worry, boys, I'm not going to recap the gambling because it is just pointless. Absolutely pointless. So price we can see is holding 1 minute for value gap. We've broken structure to the downside here. Cool, we've still got high time frame sell side resting. Price, what does it do? I'm watching the markets all the way from this point here. I want to see price go lower, at least to this low. Now, what do I see internally? I see we have a CISD internally. Here, price break structure to the downside. We have respected 1 minute structure. We have had heavy displacement to the downside. We have still got high time frame sell side targets resting. Price comes to the downside. You would want to see this CISD act as resistance. What do? I don't take account that there's an SMT there and I completely miss it. I missed it because I was unconfident, but this SMT would have given me the confidence to enter the trade. TP would have been right here because at this point I was going in with 20 lots. And yeah, that would have been a fucking sweet trade. Would I take that majority of the time? 9.5 out of 10 times? Absolutely. And yeah, today I learned a lot of stuff. I learned that gambling is not allowed and I understood that already. So let's forget about that lesson. I learned that as a whole, boys, you need to be looking at your surroundings. Like even something as simple as checking for SMTs and not getting too immersed in price. It is a game changer. I'm the example of that today. I missed 2 primal setups that could have avoided me all of my gambling today. I understood that the indefinite draw on liquidity was sell side and that's why I just full ported my shit like in this area. But hey man, tomorrow is going to be a fresh start because today was abysmal. And yeah man, tomorrow's the start of the XFAs. I understand how to trade XFAs. I understand that throughout all of my past failures, I have been given the information that I need to win. So yeah man, if you made it to this point in the video, I appreciate it. I'm really on that striving level to get some more subs, and maybe that's a bad thing, maybe that's a good thing, but yeah man, I'm focused, I'm ready, and we're now on XFAs, so I'll see you tomorrow.